Hello, my darlings. I want to congratulate the Catholic Church for having this wonderful man become the 266th Pope of Rome. His name, as you know, will be Pope Francis. It seems like he has a really great love for the poor. From what I've been listening, he's from Argentina, and I think he's Argentina and Italian. I think he's down to earth man from what I'm hearing on the television, that he really cares about people, especially the poor. In case you don't know it, look up the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. Review it. Review it. He was a Jesuit priest. He comes across as a humble guy. From what I've heard, he had his own small apartment there in Argentina, that he rode the public transportation. He didn't want to take the limousine, and that he really holds the poor close to his heart. What I heard listening today is that when he became cardinal, I think in 2001, he asked the people to please don't spend the money to come and watch him become a cardinal, but take that money and go out and help the poor of Argentina. As you people know, Argentina has had a horrible life. This guy is the first pope from South America. And oh, by the way, let me educate you. People say they want their first pope. From Africa, we've already had three popes from Africa. I think one was named Victus. I'm an old lady, so I can't keep all this on the top of my head. But just search African popes. They were in the 7th century. One of the Pope, African, was the one who started the Mass in Latin. Uh, use the YouTube for more than stirring up trouble and fighting with each other. Use the YouTube and Google and the internet to get an education. Put the guns down. Instead of getting guns, why don't you try to help somebody? Why don't you carry a flower instead of a gun? I warned you that things were going to get worse. And that's why it made me so good to see a pope that we have now. And I guess you say, well, you're a Muslim. What do you care? I'm a human being, and I care about everybody. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care any of that. I respect it all. I'm also a lady that I don't care how ugly you may act. I don't care how much you may try to attack my computer and attack me. I know how to take care of that. It pains me when I see individuals on here who will put the pictures up of people, curse them out, but oh my God, you better not put nothing up of these people and curse them out. And yes, they do have people who curse them out too. But I was raised that two wrongs don't make a right. I was raised that people reap what they sow. Now this man hasn't been pope for but a few minutes. But I can just look at him and tell from what people have said how much he cares about the poor. Because remember, I told you, my AdSense, every penny that I would ever get will be given to the homeless. Now, you don't have to make the homeless your thing. Maybe some of you might want to help abused men or abused women. Maybe some of you want to help people who are suffering from drug addiction. Maybe you're just someone who wants to stand on the street and pass out flowers instead of passing out bullets. Every one of us, no matter how poor we are, no matter how rich we are, we can do something for somebody. And when you say things and do things to people, don't ever think that nobody knows what you're doing. God sees the 360 degree of all of us. I think Abraham Lincoln said, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. When you send nasty emails, when you curse people out, you're a coward. And some people, they're not cowards. They let you know, I'm the one sending you this. Now you have a choice. Am I going to answer them? Or I'm just going to put them in the hands of God? Normally, I will put you in the hands of God and let him take care of you, because I know he will. God will take care. You know that's a song we used to sing in the church. He'll take care. You don't play with God. God don't like ugly. So this is just a quick little video to say I saw the Pope from Argentina being presented there, and I feel just as good as I did when the Pope from Poland, because these are people who have probably never had an opportunity to be Pope from his part of the country, except they were still loyal Catholics. And I want to congratulate Argentina. I'm so glad that you have your Pope now, considering all the hell that you went through with the disappearance of your children, the economy. In case you don't know about the disappearance of the children in Argentina, pregnant women were pulled off the streets in Argentina, possibly about 30-some years ago. And they were near the late stages of pregnancy, and they would take the baby and give it to some of the captains and the generals of the Argentina army and raise them, and they would kill the mother. And we have little mothers who wear little white scarves, and they're saying, what happened to our daughters? What happened to our daughters? And now those children are grown, and they're looking at their parents, and they're saying, this guy don't look like me. And with DNA, they're finding out that they're not their parents. And with DNA, they've been able to reunite to their grandmothers who lost the daughter who was in her late stages of pregnancy. So instead of running around talking about people, complaining, read. Take time out to learn about other countries. Save some money and go traveling. And now if you don't have any money to go traveling, you can go traveling on YouTube. You can pick any spot in the world and you can see the good, the bad, and the ugly of that spot without going anywhere. I mean, it's okay if you like your soap operas and your these new things where the women all hate each other and screaming and hollering. But sometimes don't take a steady diet of that. Sometimes feed your starving brain. And people who don't want to change and want to keep on picking on people, keep on attacking people, your day's coming. Your day's coming. You won't be near your computer in jail, in prison. You cannot just slam people and lie on people and think the lies are going to keep on going. And you people who follow people like that, be a man, be a woman, stand on your own 2 feet. Learn to think for yourself. When I got on here, my purpose on getting on here was not AdSense. I don't care about that. My purpose for getting on here was the bullying that was going on in the schools. I watched what was going on YouTube for a year before I ever made one video. So I knew when I came in here that if I didn't say what people wanted me to say, that I would be attacked. I knew that. but I know where to take those attacks. So everybody, have a good day, a wonderful day. Grandma's Judy's very happy. Looking forward for my trip to Southeast Asia. There's a brother on there. He was in Southeast Asia, and he was saying they called him Chocolate Man. When I was in Singapore, Singaporeans are very well mannered, respectful. No one paid any attention to my daughter and I as far as the color was concerned. I just didn't see it. Although I'm pleased with my color. I'm pleased with being what I am. I speak Spanish as fluently as English. Yo puedo hablar español el mismo que yo hablo en inglés. I can speak Spanish if I want to. Wanneer is het te krank? Wat bas niet te laat? Goed in besserung, Fräulein Bieber. I can speak German. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, inshallah. I can speak Arabic. But I do all these things to let you know. Yashamash dobje dziękuję pani. Polish. That these are things that you can learn right on the computer or reaching out with people. Even before it was a computer, I picked up my German from just German people. I picked up my Polish from Polish people. Now, there's only two languages that I speak fluently. That is English and Spanish, because I lived in Acapulco. So now you know a little bit about me and who I am. I'm the kind of person that I could probably be very wealthy if I had not given money away to the poor, if I had not helped people. And when I'm saying this, I'm not bragging, because my grandmother said, you never let your left hand know what your right hand's doing. I was glad that God gave me the good health and strength that I was able to share with my access to somebody. I mean, there's people on YouTube right now know I've helped you out. And let me tell you this, even though you may help people out, don't ever think your blessing's going to come for them. If anything, they end up hating you because they don't know any better. They don't know that they're going to reap what they sow. But God sits high and he looks low, and he loves what you do when you do something for somebody. So just remember that. Grandma loves you. I love that word love, because love doesn't even ever have to be explained. I'm not asking anyone to explain hate or evil or harassment or hacking. I am about love. And if you believe in God, there's a saying called God is love. It's funny how people can unsubscribe from you and everything, and they know everything you do. They're right on your video the minute you come up. But yet and still they don't like you. Well, I'm going to tell you, remember I told you, when I write these checks to pay my bill here, your name's not on it. You're not giving me one penny. The only person that gives me the strength to live and to talk and to say what I want to say, and no, I will not STF you. That's what you've been saying to me. I'm going to keep talking as long as I have breath in my body. And something else I want to tell you. Don't play this old girl cheap. I won't bother you. I won't come after you. But you may kick my door down and come in here and walk in. But you will go back out in a body bag. Have a good day.